Welcome to the World of Ability and World of Ability Podcast Network. We are here every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central Time for our flagship show, World of Ability. And as you can see, we've got some updates here in our little corner. Our logo is updated. We have a QR code to take you right to that YouTube network location, or you can just look us up on YouTube. If you go to @Ability Network, you'll find us there. Hop on there, subscribe, support what's all happening here. We would love to have that participation level with what we are all doing. I know we've had lots and lots of fun guests coming and joining us, and it's always kind of like a box of chocolates, if you want to go back to that analogy of we never know what exactly we're going to get on a Saturday, and today is no exception. I do have some fun things I want to highlight for you, just to get you up to date on some actually really amazing things that are happening. And that, let's see, I'm going to open a screen here in just a moment so you can see some of the cool things that are happening. First up, actually, we do a lot with River West Radio, and there is a very fun event going on literally as I speak down on Center Street, which is where the radio station is located. I'm going to take just a moment here and highlight what is happening down on Center Street right now. So bear with me as I hit some buttons here so you can see what I see. Center Street Days. We're doing this live from there. The timing of the event and whatnot, they ended up having ample hosts coming in because we have been hosting Ability MKE Now. We are currently on Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central for a live 29-minute radio show. And that has been going now, I gotta think back, over a decade that we've been live on the radio. We originally started out being once a week, and now it is on a weekly basis and has been for the last, I'd say about 4 years or so, or maybe a little more than that. It's actually been about 5 years. So about half that time has been weekly. So we do have the availability for signing up. If you want to be a guest on that, we have a Calendly link. So calendly.com/Ability MKE Now. So that, let me actually pull that up too, just to make sure I am giving it exactly as it is. This might just be Ability MKE. Now that I said that, Calendly. No, I had it right the first time. Ability MKE Now. So when you go there, I'm taking a little tangent here. When you go to, you can see the site at the top there, calendly.com/Ability MKE Now. When you go there, this is exactly what you'll see. Be our guest on Ability MKE Now radio show. You just click on that and, oh, look at that. This month is full. Next month is when our next availability is. So it is just a matter of clicking on the date that works for you and signing up. We log in between 7:10 and 7:15 to this exact same Zoom that we are on now. And the radio show is exactly 29 minutes long, as we are live on the radio during that time. The Zoom link, if you want to call in instead, there is a guest agreement to be filled out, which I believe, I'm surprised, I thought I had it right in the description right here, but I'm sure that would be emailed when you sign up. That guest agreement should come by email as well, because it is a 501c3 nonprofit community radio station. So there's certain rules we follow when we're on with them. So they are actually live on literally on the street. We have been there in the past when they've done this. Don't see pictures right here. We'll look through here just a little bit to see if we can pop up a view of what they have going on, but it is a very fun event. The entire stretch of Center Street is blocked off to traffic. So you walk up and down the street, there are vendors all over the place. There's food all over the place. There are bands playing. It says right here 30 different bands, 7 different stages. Center Street Days, here, the quick history of it. It's a street festival held in Milwaukee's vibrant River West neighborhood between Holton and Humboldt on Center Street. Currently in its 26th year, Center Street Days Festival has been happening annually since 1997. Center Street Days Festival is operated by the River West Business Association and is meant to showcase the businesses, artists, and other vendors of the River West neighborhood and beyond. Each year, Center Street Days Festival grows larger while retaining its community-oriented emphasis, and this year is no exception. Updates will be posted regularly on the website and Facebook page, and we are graciously sponsored by many partners and participating businesses in the neighborhood, including many businesses right in the heart of River West. And that's where it's a very nice thing with River West Radio. They are on Center Street. They're right in the middle of this. They take their station and bring it to the street and do it from the street. I'm hoping maybe I can find a picture on here somewhere that shows what that actually looks like. I'm not sure if I will or not, but yeah, River West Radio hosting panels of radio show producers in front of the station. I'm gonna see how they ended up with the lineup. That's what I was looking for right there. Because we had the radio station is behind them. They bring out a couple of tables like this with a microphone set up, and like we're one of the radio hosts there. They've got a whole bunch of radio hosts that take place different shows throughout the week. And with that, we can see all of these different hosts that come, and between 11 a.m. this morning and 7 o'clock tonight, they have different hosts that are assigned to different times, and they take care of putting on their show during this event live on the street. And I know in the past we have been part of a panel, kind of like what you're seeing on the screen now, where we had lots of different hosts there all at the same time. And it just very fun to be able to meet the other hosts, be interactive like that. And yeah, actually I'm not seeing a lineup on here. I know they were working on it this week with who was going to be speaking when. I should tune into them here too and look at this kart races. That part is already done. They have yard games, hat press at Ebb and Flow, Unique Car Club car show, Dead Man's Carnival, Jazz Gallery rummage sale, family-friendly activities on the 900 block, and roving magician. All sorts of things happening. Vendor information, eat, drink, shop, live music, kart race, and just so much fun in the community there. And just a glance at some of the sponsors that make this happen. And I am going to take just a second look at the picture gallery because it's a great event. It's a unique community. And I remember from being there in past years, there's a lot of people. I'm hoping the weather holds for them today because I know where we're sitting right now, we're about 45 minutes away from there and it's looking a little dark out there. But you look at this, those bands on the street, the kart races. This picture on the left definitely is part of, I believe that was part of River West Radio in a yeah, you can see the 104.1 FM sign in the back. So many good things. I'm just gonna scroll. I remember some amazing food that we were able to get when we were there last, I think it was just last year. We've been there a few different times. Again, there's the River West Radio. You can see the station in the back there, and the guest or the host set up in front. And so many people. It is a very unique community. Again, there's I think that's the same picture we saw before. Unique community, very involved. Okay, that's cute. The big dog there. He's been in, she, I'm not sure, has been in local parades around here a lot. A dunk tank? Oh my. And again, stage after stage with different different bands, different, oh, so much fun. So if you have any time at all today and are in the Milwaukee area, this is definitely something to consider taking a moment and heading on down to River West and seeing on Center Street there what's all happening with Center Street Days Festival. And again, huge shout out to River West Radio. If it wasn't for all the things that we've done with them over time, we would know nothing about that. It's just far enough away that we probably wouldn't be going down there. So again, that is something, oh, they are on YouTube now. Actually, River West has not been on YouTube all that long. I am totally clicking on this and subscribing right now. Actually, let me switch to my own account here. Subscribe right on there. So yep, there it is. They've got, let's take a quick listen in. They're live with their Center Street Days Festival right now.
And the thing that's so very positive, right? Because there's a lot of negativity. And what can I ask you? What do you think about that? Because, there was a video that I saw. I'm a big YouTuber, and I get a lot of information from there.
So that is happening live down on Center Street as we speak. So lots of good things going on with that event. And I see, so we are actually live right now. And Lucas, welcome. Let's see here. So
Hi, Sue.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm just curious if it's not too loud from my side because I'm in kind of back. It's good.
You're
Okay.
all good.
Thank you.
So we're doing a show right now, World of Ability. We are live right now. If you want to join us in the conversation, you are absolutely welcome to do that.
Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, great.
So I was just sharing a little bit about an event taking place nearby here right now, because we do a live radio show on River West Radio on Wednesday evenings, and they have a lot going on right now today. There's a big festival event taking place, and let me share my screen. So riverwestradio.com, definitely want to make everybody aware of what they have to all offer. Listen live button here. If you check out the schedule, we are on Wednesday nights. There we are, Ability MKE Now. We are here every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Central, and they do in any of these areas where it's grayed out, it's this weekly show rotation. So they will replay our shows, everybody's shows throughout the week. There's a lot to offer here. I'm just going to leave it on my screen for a moment so you can take a quick glance at the variety that they offer. But being community radio, they truly are putting community first and doing all the things to make the most of the area, because it really is a unique area there on the I'd say northwest side of Milwaukee. They are pretty fabulous. We really enjoy what they all do. Quick note about their mission: to provide a community platform for education, advocacy, and creativity, as well as an outlet for marginalized and alternative voices. We invite Milwaukeeans not only to listen, but to take an active role in the production of their own show and become stewards of the station. And really, that is what we've done. We have been in this amazing position with them to be able to have a show like Ability MKE Now. When it says right on here, an outlet for marginalized and alternative voices. Those in the disability community need a stronger voice. There's times where it's clear and it's there, but there's so many places, so many ways that it is not. So the fact that they allow us to be on like they do on a weekly basis is such a blessing. So Lucas, would you like to join me on screen here and share a bit about who you are and I would love to have a conversation. I know we haven't gotten to meet yet. How are you?
Okay. Okay, I have to get used to. Okay, so yeah, I'm Łukasz. I basically I'm from Poland, living in Poland right now. And although I used to travel a lot and live in 9 countries already, and
Wow.
so yeah, I'm also what I do. What I do is I'm entrepreneur and an actor. So right now I'm having one project preparing to support artists worldwide and to allow them
Excellent.
to express themselves and not like sit at home and just having their talents unused. So it can be also contribution for them and also bringing the abundance for the artists. So this is my mission. Um, what else? What else I can say? I'm also like I know cards a little bit and also trends. So I'm being in the conversation and creating something new for especially for like the Europe side to be more connected to the what the US is already creating.
Excellent.
Yeah. So just kind of empower the region to to have like the impact together because I know how great cause this group has. So it's really moving, inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, well, I don't know. My background is like mixed up, like with a lot of corporate work, but a lot of like different type of jobs. Basically, I don't think there's many jobs I haven't done in my life. And yeah, and in general, I'm very passionate about contribution. Basically, the change in the world, standing for having an impact to create leaders of the leaders, for this. This is, I think, what the world needs. And, in order to do that, we need community, we need partnership, we need to be as we all together. And I'm looking, sorry, it's a little bit in the background, a little bit busy.
You're good. You're actually coming through very well.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. So yeah, so this is why I'm here. And you said about disability.
Mhm.
Well, I can say that I'm dealing for most of my life like with some issues with mental health, like one or the other, and and just it's been kind of for many years it's been like a struggle, but then I kind of broke through. So right now I want to even dealing with that. Oh, sorry, I have to do something with the background. It's just
You're good.
I would just try to do something maybe a little bit more like internet. Oh no, okay, let's leave it like this. That's fine. Just sorry about that.
It's
Okay,
all
so
good.
this is crazy. Okay, so anyway, so I'm also what you said. It's really touching me as the voice for this part of the communities and the people who are like, let's say, silence, or maybe they don't have the enough power to kind of be visible, or
Hmm.
just like be there to create something, right? Because without conversation there is nothing. So yeah, I totally like I'm kind of ambassador for the mental health. So I can offer myself in this area fully towards whatever you created.
Awesome. Yeah, so mental health is hard. That's a topic that
Mm,
sometimes it's hard to talk about, and it's one of those invisible disabilities that people don't know what another person might be dealing with, might be struggling with, and you don't necessarily see it. It's not like I'm missing an arm and it's
yeah,
visible, you know. So it
totally.
makes it that much harder, right?
Yeah, totally. I I think I can share, it's just like, I've been through like anxiety, depression, and diagnosed finally with like bipolar, and like it's, you know, usually I wouldn't be so open to talk about it, right? But I went, let's say, my path. So I'm confident to say that maybe not in every place in the world, but like here, yes, I can say that. And yes, there is a lot of stigma, even in the countries you would say there's like some understanding, there is some system behind it, but there is, I don't see, I don't see that it's actually happening really, this openness for them. And you know what, also what I can see is that there is no kind of seeing that, whatever we are dealing with as, okay, maybe it's not disability only, that could be something there which even, I don't want to say we can take advantage of, but there might be something which actually give us something special for all, for us. But
Yes,
that's like really open conversation, and it has to be deeper, to make sense, right? We cannot just
exactly.
throw it at people because it'd be like offensive. So, yeah, I'm totally about empowering, especially people with mental health. Like yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I have a friend who impressed on me years ago, look at my ability, not my disability. And that's coming from a gentleman who's a wheelchair user. He stutters. He's one of those guys where it's like on the surface you're like, "Oh, and he's
yeah,
a really good friend of ours. At this point, he's one of my closest friends. And he's one that taught me so much over the I don't know, actually, what has it been? 20 years that we've been friends now. And he's taught me so much because I still remember the first time I met him thinking, I'm not sure what to do here, because communication was difficult and it got better because the more nervous he is, the more he would stutter. So trying to get his words out was difficult. And he has cerebral palsy, and he's one that has a variety of mobility issues going on. So it was new to me, and new sometimes can be a little bit what's the right word? Scary, threatening. I don't know what the right word is there, but it was just not familiar. And the more we've gotten to know each other over the years, it's I look back now and kind of laugh at the whole thing, but that was a real experience.
yeah,
So I try to share that with others that just because it's different doesn't make it good, bad, whatever. It's just different and it's fine. And
yeah.
show up being truly whoever you are. That's my theme. Be you.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I hear is by sharing, it becomes not even different. It becomes just,
Yes.
it becomes like, okay, that's, it's first of all accepted, and we can maybe get to know more about like, okay, like this guy, or I mean this man or woman, whoever, they actually have life, and they are,
Hmm.
and some of them like doing it, like, I mean, everyone can do amazing anyway, right? Somehow,
Yes.
so I think this is something which really break through this whole kind of this stigmas, like we can see people like without there's few speakers, right? Which they like, they don't have arms and legs, I think,
Hmm.
and they are just like crushing through life, like in a good sense, and just doing so many amazing things. And
Yes.
it's like how powerful you can be, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think in this, what I'm finding is kind of, maybe sometimes there is this fear in our ordinary life sometimes, so it's kind of choice of a little bit dominating and like making small whoever is a little bit different,
Hmm.
so our life doesn't look that bad. You know?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it could be
So
bad,
that's coming from within ourselves, right? It's nothing to do with them. It's
Yeah,
just they happen to be, yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
yeah,
So now you said you've lived in several different countries, right?
yeah, yeah.
I'm really curious, what has been your experience where in different places with, I guess, with accessibility and acceptance and, I'm not sure how old you were at these different places, but I'm so curious. Do you have any
Of
stories you
course,
can share?
of course. I mean, I'm privileged to share that. I never had this question, especially like publicly. So, um, well, um, the first one was actually, it's quite funny for me. Like it was U.S. I mean, it's funny because, it's like most of the time right now I'm in Europe and I love US and I was, there for almost 3 years as a student and I had like absolutely amazing time being, starting from Ohio, Sandusky.
Excellent.
Yeah, such an experience, right? And then and then going to basically straight on to Bay Area, like for just like it was very random. It was not really planned. It was like friends told some friend, okay, there is some job, maybe you want to come here, some like be a busboy in the restaurant, and that's
Mhm.
how it went. And well, I have to say one thing that was for me the biggest breakthrough about freedom. Like okay,
Mhm.
whatever we know about the US and and what's happening now, like it's in general the spirit. I'm talking about the spirit, and what like for me, and what I learned is that the American spirit is absolutely great. And I mean, I can challenge anyone who doesn't think that, because my grandmother was born in Detroit, so maybe that's why I have something in my blood. But um, but what I mean by this is I was always empowered there. I mean, it was challenging, was not always pretty. It was kind of also like quite hard at some stage. And yeah, but amount of mm, possibilities there, challenges, and the people who like show you the kind of bigger life and allow you to grow, which not always easy, but they like allow you, okay, let's do it. Just it's your choice. But the possibility itself, I think this is something which made so many people actually try that. Because the reality is, of course, right now Europe is different, but still, I mean, there's not so much like visible this big possibilities we want to see, like we want to feel.
Mm.
So I have like huge appreciation towards towards this country, especially people I met. I was lucky to meet a wonderful family in the Bay Area. They had Georgian roots, but they treat me like their son. I was sleeping in their like mansion by the ocean. I was like, bless you. I was
Thank you.
like, I was like, this life. I mean, and I know, so I know it's not. It's a one side of the picture, right? Yeah, I know there's a lot of things, like everywhere. But yeah. So summarizing, answering your question, I felt accepted and I felt appreciated. Doesn't mean I was not challenged. I was challenged all the time, right? But there was some part of this like positive acceptance, like no matter how you are, okay, let's just do it. Let's okay, you give your best. So yeah,
Excellent.
this is what I say. And yeah, later I was Ireland for 10 years and then I moved around more like around, let's say, up to 1 year to the like Malta, Greece, Portugal, Netherlands, Germany.
Oh
I don't
my
know what else.
gosh.
Yeah, some like few years in Poland. So yeah, it's actually was very colorful.
Very fun. So can I ask what brought you to the different places? Was it job related or people you knew, or how did you decide where you were headed?
Okay, you know what? I think right now I can say from the perspective, it was like a mixture. First of all, that was um the the need to grow. I think the need to grow and also discovering my nature that okay, the life is for to discover. It's not to just to kind of wait. I mean, the patience is amazing skill, right? Maybe the one of the most powerful, but at the same time we can be patient and we can still discover things. And
Mhm.
this is what I learned. Yes. So that's so cool. Yeah, that's like, yeah, it never happens, but yeah, it happened here, you see. But people feel the vibe. Yeah. So yeah, what I wanted to say is yeah, the positive changes and discovering myself. I think once I seen that who I am more and more, that was like you couldn't stop me then. I was like, I don't, and I start to be more fearless and like kind of like how do you say peel the onion, right?
Mhm.
So I started to self-develop myself also with a lot of like mentor courses, programs, whatever, landmark, but a lot of huge impactful self-development. And then I was like, okay, I don't have to stay in my head, I can just make it show, like be in action, that's what makes a difference. And then it was like, instead of staying in one country, if someone told me, hey, I have a job for you, I don't know, some project in the country I never been, like Hungary, and I knew English very well, but Hungary, I was like, how would I go there if the population doesn't speak like English, like not everyone, and Hungarian is so difficult language, and then I go to this project which I have experience already in the other countries, so why would I do that? But then I said, like, why not? And from that point, I keep doing that. I don't even question myself, and it's always something there. Um, yeah, there's always something there to discover. It's kind of on the spiritual level, that once we are connected to ourselves more and more, and
Mhm.
in this action, being an action takers, I have so many times that such a deep feelings, like even now I have a shivers that, that that this is like the path led by, I would say led by higher power, because at some stage within this whole changes and this whole experience we allow ourselves to be, the things will become like perfect. Like you will be at the place where you have to pay this amount of money, you will have exact amount of money, like till 1 cent, no less or more, exact the amount of money. You will get to the places where you'll be at exactly time and with the people which they open you certain door, and so on and so on. There will be like it's becoming the scene of perfection by imperfect action. That's what I would say.
Ooh. Oh, I love that.
I didn't expect
Awesome.
that.
Oh, I'm gonna have to remember that one. That's beautiful. Because and that says so much. I mean, you're open to new experiences, you're open to new things, which people struggle with that, to be actually confident enough to say, I can do this, let's go. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I can only imagine all the gorgeous places you've seen and the variety of people that you've met. And so have you, with the different places you've been, I've got a couple of questions in my mind.
Sure.
What's been your favorite place? Is there any specific place you've been where it's like, oh, I got to get back there?
Yes, I thought about it. Like like number one, and it's unexplainable for me. It's close to, it's a Bay Area, close to by the Highway 1, I think is there, by the ocean, and going to the places like Stinson Beach, like kind of the North California, like yeah, this park, like national park. There's something there which is just feels like unreal. It's absolutely just like, this the nature, the weather, the ocean, the mountains. It's just this flow. You just, I don't know. You just smile no matter what. You just can't stop
That's a
smiling.
that's a place I have not been. So that sounds perfect. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then, there are some others, like, some maybe islands close to Ireland. I've been in many, I live also in some islands, like a small island. And it's so cool too. Like it's a mixture between like capital cities and the islands. It's just wonderful. And and like Malta, that was discovery for
Oh,
me. I was just there, I was like, what is this country? Who invented that? Like there's like fireworks every second day. They have this like yeah, they have this
wow.
yeah, I don't know. They told me there's like so many fireworks factories there, so they had to test it like every like you
Oh,
know so
that's so fun.
it's so crazy. Like, I wake up in the morning and I lived in this kind of quiet, nice neighborhood, and I wake up to the fireworks like
Oh
7 in the
my
morning.
gosh.
It's not even night. And you go to the balcony, you see the sea, and in front of you there are fireworks from 7 in the morning. It's just like this is
Wow.
like New Year's Eve every day. It's just
That's
ridiculous.
quite I bet the dogs are not as excited about that,
No,
but
a lot
that
of
would be
people
so
are not
pretty.
excited. No, no, it was just experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I mean, I'm more about like a southern guy. I would say if I choose, I would live not like in Polish kind of weather. I would go like more to like Greece area, something like that. Yeah, I think that would be beautiful. Yeah.
Excellent. I know you mentioned Ireland. That's been one of my favorite places. We haven't visited all that many other countries in our lifetime, but Ireland is one that we did get to go and tour around for about a week. Oh gosh,
Lovely.
20 years ago, 20 more than 20
Mm.
years ago now. And that's one that's on my highlight list right there of it was so fun. Everywhere
Yeah.
we went, there were friendly people. There was a pub with music. There was, it was a unique, gorgeous place. It's hard to even describe some of the landscapes that we saw. It was so different and just, we really enjoyed our time there.
Yeah, Ireland's very special. Yeah. And
So, and we only were in the southern end. We actually didn't have enough time to go north at all.
Okay,
I think
southern. Okay.
we
Mhm.
started in trying to think if it was is it Galway and
Galway,
then
yeah, yeah,
kind
yeah.
of went the southern border all the way around and then took a train back across. So that's what
Okay.
we saw.
Well, that's a lot anyway. Yeah. So
Yeah,
what did you like the most there in Ireland?
oh gosh. I really loved the landscape. It was just so green, so pretty. I okay, silly, but I remember being in I want to say it was Dingle, a tiny little area, tiny town. We
Mhm.
were, and we were there with some other family, but we were driving along and we took a left. It was fields everywhere. Took a left, and there's this whole herd of sheep coming at us.
That's
So
so
we
Irish.
literally had to just stop and wait
That's
until they
so
went around.
Irish.
And yes,
And
and it
like,
was just fun. It's like,
yeah,
what just happened? They're adorable. That's not
yeah.
something you're gonna find here where I am.
Hmm.
And so
Where,
that one stood out in my mind. But yeah, a lot of the coast. I loved the variety that we saw as we traveled around and could get in some areas we got the view of massive water, just
yeah.
gorgeous. We didn't get as far as the Cliffs of Moher. That's one I wish that we could have had
Mm,
the time to see that, but our timing just didn't. I've seen pictures,
okay,
but
that's
that
funny.
I would love to see someday.
Yeah.
Did you travel around a lot in the country?
In Ireland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived there probably all around. Like I live in Dublin, probably every area, somewhere in like different apartments and or houses or I always like to like change. So, I was living in the Wicklow, so it's like this beautiful area
Ah,
where you said like, the ships and the like waterfall and you have this like magic castle and everything. And then I live in like south of Dublin, which would be more like a good part, and sometimes a little bit posh and sometimes, very kind of a lot of community and a lot of fun. I live in the center, which was so much fun. It was too much fun. It was like no sleeping. There's no
Yeah.
by the temple bar, right? So I was just
Excellent.
yeah, I got addicted to temple bar. And then yeah, and the people are so much fun, as you said. They have such a distance to themselves. They such a I have to say that I really acknowledge Irish people for the spirit, also the spirit, like deep values. And I
Mhm.
would say some secret, because I try to, they say, like, discover who the Irish people are. And I
Mhm.
tried that for 10 years and I gave up. Okay. And I heard this saying from Irish friends who said someone tried to diagnose the Irish people, like what is their mentality, and I think was one of these like famous psychiatrists, Nietzsche. No, no Nietzsche. I don't want to say the bad name, but the wrong name. But he gave up too. So
Wow.
so they are like so like such a mixture and like artists and but deep there, um I don't think people realize because they're very kind. And the most of all, very, very deep there, they have like so strong values that it's mind blowing. And I go
Wow.
there. I was really lucky, maybe through some not the best circumstances which happened. It was like kind of scary at some stage. But then I've seen the way they deal and the way they take care of the people. And then I was like, man, like if I have one real Irish friend, I'm untouchable. Just like,
Wow.
no, this is my experience. That I love this country, for that. I really, so I sincerely share that. And then I lived in different cities. Like you said, I live close to Galway on the small island called Inishbofin. There was like there is like less than 600 people, I think there.
Oh,
There's
wow.
and listen, there is no police there. Like they have no, I'm no
That is
kidding.
awesome.
No, it's so crazy. Like I was like, how is it no, they don't need police because like few hundred people. So they watch each other. There's like no messing really. I mean, if there's like a funeral, there's like whole island, goes there or knows about it. And there was also and there was like almost no internet reception or
Mm.
phone. So there was such a blessing. And yeah, for my soul. And I was like, yeah, this is just gorgeous.
That's
And
ideal. That is, I think we forget that those places still exist where
they
there
do.
is such a close-knit community like that,
Yeah.
oh, I love that. To be able to experience that, what a blessing.
Yes, yes. Well, I think especially if we have like busier life and to be
Hmm.
able to like slow down by choosing or sometimes by I don't know, by the fortune. Yeah, to be there and to have to slow down and be back close with the people. I think this is amazing, right? Because just to be busy and fulfill ourselves, like no matter how much fulfilled we are, but to disconnect, it will never be fulfilling, I think. So yeah, I recommend go to the Inish Boffins. you know.
Excellent.
So, and what else? Yeah, I lived in Limerick there. There's one city. My brother lives there now with his wife. His wife's from Brazil, so he's still there.
Wow.
He's living in one place. He's like a this good son, which is like living in one place, having not too many jobs. He changed. How Patrick, you are not listening to me. Yeah, and I was also always this one like, why are you doing this? What's
Because you
what's
can.
yeah, what's wrong with you? Like
Oh,
why your life is not stable? I mean, but anyway, I mean,
it all depends on how you look at it, right? It's kind of
exactly.
like when you talk about disabilities, it's how do you look at it? Because
Yeah.
it could, okay, you could look at a person doesn't have an arm, or you can look at, oh my gosh, look at they're still water skiing, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
They're,
absolutely.
oh yeah, it just means it's harder for them to keep up with you. I mean, that's probably part of it, right?
It's true, and there was a time, to be honest, like I started to blame myself, and I was like, because I started this comparison time, like, judging and blame, and this whole emotion came up. Maybe it was great to have this, like, therapeutic time to, confront that. And yeah, and I made myself so wrong that, like, hey, like, what's going on? I'm just like, is it like I'm so reactive that I'm do these things? And, then I didn't like buy a house, or, do this, other things, which like the people are settled like with few kids, and I'm still like, okay, maybe I'm having some relationship, but not like having the kids yet. Yeah, right now I'm single, but anyway, so what I want to say is to add the acceptance, and like you said, just being with that, the way we are, the way we are not, it's like everything. Because then, what it means for someone to be stable and what it means for me to be stable. Maybe for me to be stable is to travel, 5 countries in 1 year. Like to live in 5 countries in 1 year. Like it's so great. Yeah, what you said. Yeah, it's and even though like maybe perhaps some part of this disability maybe impact this a little bit, but that also can be used as this creative part. And I put this into the acting, for example. I found myself, being an actor in Ireland, and I throw there like all these anxieties, everything. I just like throw there, just work it for me, you know, you gave me so much hard time. Now you work for me, and it did. And I tell you, it really did. Because the crazy part is, with the art, especially if we have like, I don't want to generalize, but if we are in the, depressed mode, a mood, you know, it's most likely will create very touching poems, right? Yeah, they will be very touching, no matter what. And we feel that, right? It's so authentic. Then, if we have anxiety and give this person the most complex role in acting, that will just kind of soak in, and it will play by itself. It will give some performance which will be very valuable. I'm not saying it's only that, but it's actually worked for the advantage of it. It really does, So me, I changed the subject, but so me stepping, me stepping in Ireland, especially discovering, after changing so many jobs, and I went to these classes with Mary Murray. I just want to acknowledge her. She's like, she's a celebrity there, but she was playing so many movies. I had no idea when she was teaching me that she's so famous. I was like, oh, she's a great teacher. She's so kind. And I was like, hey, but what I learned there was this, just really, as I was saying, to discovering myself. The moment I stepped in the Temple Bar, this like basement class for improvisation classes, and I went there, and I sit with these actors there, and she was there, just like a light voice, but very kind, very like, feel the heart, and just she's so lovely, and she's just like asking people to do some scenes and everything. And the first moment I went there in the middle of this small room, which was for me like huge, breakthrough. Um, I just felt like, okay, I'm safe. Like my soul and my authenticity is being acknowledged here. This is it.
That's huge.
Yeah, that was like seriously after And maybe it will sound like a little bit bizarre, but until that point, I had for sure over 40 jobs, for sure. And I've been in so many places that, I was questioning myself many times, like, okay, either there's something very wrong with me, and I need to I need to work with a lot of experts, you know, like, or there has to be something more. So I was, still believing this, kind of silly sentence, that do what you love, and you will be successful in sense. So, and the moment I discovered me being an actor, I got it. There was the first part of me, the most powerful part of me, myself, as you know as someone who can provide the value in what I'm doing by just being myself. Oh, Marianne. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Marianne's a good friend that's joining. She said she'll be hopping in here in a few minutes. All
Cool.
good. Yeah, Marianne, just let us know what. Do you
Well,
want to hop
here,
in and say hi quick?
Hi, aloha,
Marianne.
hola, from San Carlos, Mexico. I'm
Oh, hello.
Marietta of Waikiki. I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk Manus puppets, and we're partnering with Clean Water Foundation. So my morning is the thrift stores here, okay? So we have Castaway Kids, and they're going to deliver a keyboard for me that I bought for 25 US dollars. So we can keep busy for the next 40 days while we're in air conditioning and the heat wave. And I got some other things. It was our birthday last week. Darlene turned 78. She's on her way over. She's out riding her bicycle at 78. And Leon is with my friend Bob in Vegas. So we'll see if Leon can join us. And it's extremely hot. I walked all morning to get all these products and dropped off a key lime pie to my salonist, who gave me a free haircut and wax and nail salon treatment from the ladies, because I bring over a chiropractor and I work on them. I'm a Reiki master. So we're giving back. So nice to meet you. You can check out www.actsofkindnessseries.com. This week was another birthday wish that came true. Nonprofit TV, Anthony, is now displaying the Acts of Kindness book series. Rabbit Acts of Kindness for Anti-Bullying Month in October. It's back to school season. So Sue, you could be kind and play one of my videos to our new guest here. That will really show the book, the thought, the action. And no one has done anything with sign language characters in animation movies. So that's our next wish to make it happen. I have a new flyer too, so we'll test it out. But I just walked in the door, wanted to say hi. I'll be joining you a little bit later. Aloha. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Great. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you so much for sharing. Is there any way to have the contact to Marianne, like any website or anything?
Absolutely. Here,
Yeah.
I'll put the website in the chat here,
Cool.
and give me a second here, and I will pull that up. Yeah, Marianne's been a longtime friend joining us on here, and here we go. actsofkindnessseries.com. Let me pop the, oop. Gotta get back to the right screen. There we go. So that website is in the chat there, and I know she has some book trailers that we have on our YouTube channel here as well. So let me grab one of those, and I can play one real quick.
Okay. Is it River or on your River West radio channel?
This one's on World of Ability Network.
Okay.
So I can. 1 second here. I've got a couple more clicks to go, and I'll have that handy here as well. There we go. So we've got here is our YouTube is youtube.com/ability network. And I want to go ahead and play one of the book trailers real quick. It's Cool Acts of Kindness. It's just a minute and a half long, and I'll give you a little flavor of what Marianne all does.
Please.
Make this nice and big. Here it is.
For the love of water, World Water Year, Join us as we celebrate World Water Day with the fourth book in the Acts of Kindness series by Marianne of Waikiki. Meet Robo Motivation, a brave robot delivering clean water to schools worldwide. Alongside Waterflow the whale, our deaf ocean hero, they show that every act of kindness can change the world, one drop at a time. Plus, meet Pollination, the inspiring bee championing sustainability, and Mr. Penmanship, the Emperor Penguin, urging you to stand up for climate change by writing to Greenpeace. Powered by Lucy Lynch's Love is the Only Way. This movement reminds us that love, kindness, and action create waves of change. This book is dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, founder of Clean Water Foundation, Seattle, Washington, USA. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies for every student through DonorsChoose.org. Support a classroom, build a future. Get your copy today on Amazon and visit actofkindnessseries.com. Unite for the love of water.
Nice. Thank you for sharing the information.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's got a lot of good things going on, and it gives you a flavor. So, and I think she'll be back on here in a little while. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop her
Yeah, it
in.
seems that she was really busy, right?
Yes. So, well, another question I've got for you.
Yeah.
With the different places that you've all been, has there been anything that you ended up being like really surprised by when you arrived, with different experiences, whether it was with people or just expectations that didn't really match what you thought was gonna be?
Okay, so the first one which came coming to my mind, and I don't want to sound yeah, I don't want to like sound bad, okay, but no, it was basically when there was a time when I was like going kind of escaping Poland when I was a student, because in my city there was like it was dead city, it was just like yeah, just like nothing, you know. And then and I was like, yeah, let's go to the United States of America, right? And we land in New York, and then we go to Ohio, and that was
Mhm.
a little bit shocking for me. And with the whole, I mean, I love the, I love people, I love everything, but kind of development in a sense in some areas were like questionable for me. I was like, this, why did I move from Poland? To be honest, I had this, really, I was questioning myself. I was really, there was like a first shock because it was first country I was moving to, and then it was like another continent. And at the same time, I was hit with this like reality check, which was, this like smaller town in the middle states where you just, there is work. I work as a housekeeper at the time, and there was quite rough to work. I mean, that was not easy at all. I mean, but it was quite challenging. And then I was like, how do the like people from the States, they create those dreams that people say about them? For me, it was like there has to be there's something wrong there, but and maybe there is a judgment from my side, but there was also some reality, right? So
Mhm.
when I discovered like some other areas, right, and maybe I'm judging a little bit materialistically, perhaps, but I could see how big variety is there, like that was like, oh my God, this is so huge. It was just like 1 promille of what this country is, it didn't mean anything. But
Mhm.
I put this meaning, I was that's when you ask like what was your like in the beginning, I love people everywhere. So I met there. I remember this person called the biggest impression that gave me was the person who hired me for the second job, because I want like kind of speed up with the cash in the beginning of, moving to the other country. So after doing housekeeping, I was going to fireworks a store, and we were selling fireworks with my ex-fiance. And so it was such a like, it was like, it's so great, such a journey. And the owner, his nickname was Whiskey. He was like a Indian guy, like from like the his, I think, background was roots from like the Indians, the native, Americans.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he was so gentle. He was so
Ah,
open. He was this like spirit which I'm talking about, and he was so respectful and like, yeah, just gave us, this, those are where the moments, the life-changing moments where this person's like opening the heart for you and possibilities. And he's like, this is who I am. My name is Whiskey. Just like enjoy your work, just like welcome here, where you from, da da da. And
mhm.
there's no sense of domination when it's this dynamic, especially, East Europe, that's all about. I mean, now it's a little bit changed. I'm not saying everything's changed, but that was there. And I know they are different places, but that was something which really touched me when I was like, oh my God, this is why I came there.
Mm.
There was not, there, those were the people who really, yeah, and the same with family. Um, I don't know if I will, I don't mention the last name, because but I would say the Sam. There was a Sam and Agi brothers, Sam and Augustine, and they both, the way they hosted someone who's like from other continent, they didn't know me, and they were like, just okay, stay in my house, and here's the key. Okay, yeah, exactly, like, just take the car. It's like you kidding
Wow.
me? Yeah, yeah, it was so that like so many barriers in my mind like broke forever. And that was the biggest lesson for like the rest of my life when it comes to money, because they were loaded, when it comes like, and, just they were having a lot of businesses. And the same time, the level of humanity they presented, I that was transformation for my mind.
That's
And
amazing. That's rare.
yes, but yeah, I think, yeah, everywhere, right? It's so rare. And because like how, I still don't know how they did that, but you know being, having the knowledge and confirmation that you have what you have, and you also have some impact also, if you want, for many things, and then stay, standing for these values of respecting people and not letting other people go over the other people, just making sure it's all aligned, being a voice whenever there is like an injustice, and no matter what kind of, I don't want to say what consequences, but they were like real men, like really, like they were firefighters, running the restaurants, being in some charities and doing some other businesses, like busy like 24/7. And I remember one, I tell you one situation, and I don't know if that's being proud of or not for me or Sam, but there was a there was a night when we were like working 14 to 16 hours a day. It was super busy restaurant, like no time for even food. It was like just drinking water, go go go. But excellent money was there. And then there was this table, because in the evening, this like kind of fish and chips restaurant was up by the ocean, was becoming, okay, I will say the name of the restaurant, Sun Dollar. I recommend it. It's a historical. Okay, so there was this table where, okay, in the evening, it was becoming more posh, right? So it was becoming like, a lot nice wine, candles, more like, greater service, still cool, but just more like sophisticated and so on. And and there's a lot of people were coming here there, including some politician, famous people, and so on and so on, because of the area, right? So, um, one of the top 10 Google executives and so on. So, and there was this table, which I went there, I was serving. I mean, I was making mistakes, I'll be honest with you. I had an issue with like having the perfect table. Like I did a little bit mistake here or there, but this table actually was doing okay. But they had some complaints about like the charge for the, I think it was mojito or something. There was this slight charge, like there was distinction between, let's say, the juice and the alcohol, and they said that like should be summarized. It's like cheating and like and whatever. And I tell you something. Okay, I have to say that, and Sam, forgive me. I love you, man, like forever. But some, I went to the Sam. I said, hey, we have to, review this ticket. There's something wrong. He said, no, there's nothing wrong. They're giving you a hard time. I was like, and I was scared. I was like, he's making a story. Like, I'm sure I messed up. And he said, he went to the table and he gave this ticket back. He said, you never disrespect anymore my staff, which is a lot of time from a different country. And I've seen what you were doing through the whole service. And he said, you can now leave. You don't have to pay. And we don't want to see you again. I mean,
Wow.
I mean, sorry, maybe I don't want to have it as a bad name, but that, I hope, you hear what is there, but, that was, I was stunned. I was just, oh, why would he care? About someone who came from like Poland at the time just to make some cash, working hard, and he stood up, like that's like, in the restaurant business, I mean, you just to do that, you have to be crazy brave.
Yeah.
You have to be just more than that. But yeah, and well, that was the lesson for me, that that we actually matter. We actually matter, no matter the job, the money, and it took me through a lot of storms in life. I remember this this kind of I don't know how to say, symbolic behaviors, and also in Ireland, I have to say, in Ireland I experienced kind of similar attitude, but also very, very from my best friend, Irish guy, and he also I was bullied that time in the corporate world, and it was like very challenging for me. Um, and I had this like huge case going on, and appeals and whatever. Just I was thinking about solicitors, but I was like shaking because there's a job and stress and money and like never-ending nightmare. And I was like, I can't handle this. Like, this is like, those are like powerful, corporate people. I just, I was on the edge of like breaking down and like kind of giving up. And he said like, okay, I said, his name is Dennis. And he said, just don't give up. He said, just stand up for yourself. Just stand there. And I was like, in that moment, seriously, Sue, I was like, what is he talking about? Like, is he like after whiskey or something? like, why would he say that? Why? He knows the reality. But the funny thing was that that was not reality I had access to before he said that. you know, and then I was like, I stood up. I just, you know, there was a case. Well, I don't say like what it was after, you know, but you know, it was like win or loss, it doesn't matter. But I stood up until the last second. I didn't give up at all. And that was the scariest, yeah, one of the scariest time of my life because of the health, because of the pressure, because of the, you know, uncertainty. Yeah, and being this small little man in this whole huge system. So yeah, this is, yeah, when you ask me about this in the countries, yeah, that's what comes to my mind. These two things. On top of that, I would say there was the last one was the man from Malta. His name is Darren. It's like the ex martial art mixed martial art champion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I know. This is like, you know, and he was my landing, and we didn't get along for, you know, there was some issues with, you know, agreement, payments, whatever, and he he was tough on me, like, you know, and as much as I'm fearless, I have to say I was afraid of this guy. You know,
Yeah.
especially sometimes when he said he's coming for me, you know, and I was like, great. I had a great life. You know? and and you know what? And then by meeting him, I mean, thanks God, his ex, not his ex, his current girlfriend appeared from nowhere there. But thanks to God, really, the conversation we had and that he kept me accountable for my words, and also at the same time gave me so many chances just because I wanted to keep my word. So it was like, also I wanted to give up. I was like, I was with the luggage on the way to the airport. I was like, man, I can't. I lost the contract. I lost the job. I tried everywhere to make it happen. You know, I go for any job, cleaning, restaurant, whatever. This, you know, the market is not working well right now, man. Like, I have to, you know, I don't know what I can do. You know, I will not cut my, you know, cut my hand or leg. That's what I said. You know, I can't even do that, you know, to make these things clear between us. And he said that he had this experience with some other people before. So his story was that it will happen again. And I told him, no, I will do whatever I have to do, no matter what. But we have to create something now together. I don't know what is that, but I'm sure it's something there. And we were thinking, and just like for maybe half an hour, he was really angry about the situation. He was like, I know you're gonna leave within tonight. I know you're gonna escape the country. He was like, I know, don't fool me. And I was standing there, I was like, listen, I know there's something we don't know about. Let's see. He found me a job in his construction site. Next day, I was going in his truck, you know, doing the construction 35 degrees. And I was the happiest man in the planet, you know, to just, you know, be the word and, you know, and have him be complete with that and myself to feel like, you know, man, not someone who is like, okay, I don't see the possibility, any choice. And then his girlfriend found me another two jobs. I was working amazing marina with the yachts and everything. Like it became like really fabulous. It became really fabulous. We just end up as friends, like really close friends. So yeah, I to be very honest too, it just what you allow me to discover, like these three men, right? Sam, Dennis, and Darren. they're tough people. I tell you,
Mhm.
they're very tough people. And they gave me opportunity to bring my, this valuable masculinity, you know, there. And it was not in the pretty times. No, but but they what I can see similar to all of them, they stood for something bigger than, just to prove something or money or just, I don't know, being right. They stood for values, for being the human who treat other humans the same way. That's what they and you know what, I'm like, I have them in my, like, in my soul, every time I'm doubtful or I'm like, I feel, kind of shaky, I'm not sure, like I always remember, like, hey, they kept me accountable, I cannot let my people, not, I have to keep my people accountable. I know they deserve to grow, they deserve to be powerful, and that's, so yeah, that's what I can share, yeah, about yeah.
It's funny how the right people, if they might not feel like the right people in your life at that moment sometimes, but really it's funny how that those right people show up for us and who we need at that time, whether it might not feel like it at that moment. Is this the person that we, we cross paths with so many different people,
Yeah.
and when it turns into those kinds of experiences where truly that's what you needed at that time, and it maybe didn't feel like it at first, but truly what an impression they've left in your life, thank you for sharing those stories, because that really, I think people sometimes need to take that step back and realize that we often can make a big difference for another person, even if it's for at a short time in their life. You're making me think of a story that actually that something that just happened to me in the last couple days. I
Mm.
work at a university, and I have student workers that I get to enjoy the time with my student workers while they're there. They're there for 4 years. And I have one that just graduated this last spring. And I don't think we always realize what an impact we make on another person at the time. It's more in the reflecting back. Because she actually just out of the blue sent me a note. Just I got it 2 days ago, and I didn't realize what I knew. She was an amazing worker. She always made a difference. She's one of those rare people that I could always count on her. I could give her she would tell me if she could do something or not. But I gave her a lot of independence because she proved I could count on her. And she helped in so many different ways with the projects we had. And she just sent me a note saying how much of an impact that made for her, that I did put that trust in her and I let her kind of carve her own place in what we did in that time. Because now she's out in the real world and she has her first big job working
Wow.
in a lab, and she's she's reflecting back and realizing how unique of a situation we had and how much she valued the that I trusted her and that I gave her that space. And for me it was like it made sense. And I know she's going places what she's doing. And she actually, as I was reading her words and what she reflected back to me on in what her time was, she actually like brought tears to my eyes, thinking that she was being so appreciative of that time and recognizing what it meant. And that's where I'm hearing a little bit of that here too, that you don't realize at that time necessarily what an impact you can make on another person's life.
Yes.
But really, I just those, even being here doing World of Ability, the tiny threads of life that brought us to this place. And I appreciate this chance to get to meet you and talk to you. And I got to thinking as we're talking, you said that Kurt was the connecting point, I believe, right? He's someone that you met, my husband Kurt. Was it through Spirit of the Game, or where was that connecting point that got you here, that we got to have this conversation? I'm not even sure what that piece was.
Well, that was okay. So I would say the beginning of this journey was from YEA. There's this young entrepreneurship alliance, and I'm cooperating there with the CEO, the Harold Reed from Miami. And so yeah, it's really amazing being also empowering people and the African region, huge time. And and she I think on the meeting we were there, I heard a lot about different meetings. So I started to, I was like so excited, like, hey, let's recreate the world, like this spirit, this energy. So I was joining these different meetings, and then I joined the GIN. So I think Jacqueline Zaccoli is their CEO also. Yeah. And then do you know her?
Yes,
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah.
she's wonderful.
Yeah, she's wonderful. So she's very close with Harold. So she's yeah. So that's how I I went through the Jacqueline, and then I think somewhere there I've seen Trent, right? And then
Excellent.
yeah, and then from Trent I was like, let's touch this article of mine, which was like, there's something big there. Like, I was like, man, like, let's go there, there's something big there, And I was like, yes, my people.
Perfect.
And,
Yes.
and I went to Trent a few meetings, and I was like, well, yeah, they just like kind of humble and kind, but there is some real hugeness about this plan they had. And I start to fall in love with that. And then, yeah, on one of these meetings was Kurt. And, and then I was really privileged to meet the Kurt lately on Tuesdays, Tuesday night at CT time. And he was either with the people from the media, worldwide media, and I was there. And me being an actor there, I was like, oh my God, I'm in my ocean, like I'm so lucky, let's create something. And then I was following with Card. I was like, yeah, let's do something, like this is too good to be true. And then right now it's just unbelievable. Like, Sue, my heart is like, melting, just what I'm experiencing with you, because of, you listen to me, and in your listening, and also you let me be here, and just share, a little bit of me. So yeah, I'm so grateful to be able to, I hope, make a difference, and just really, I think just share authentically. I think that's what really makes a difference. Yeah. Thank you for the space so much.
Oh,
It's
I'm so
hard.
glad you're here. Yeah, because and this is something you're always welcome to join us here too. We're here every Saturday. Actually, I should ask, what time is it by you right now?
It's 9:28 p.m.
Oh my gosh. So it's 2:28 p.m. here.
Okay,
So
7 hours. Yeah, 7 hours.
7-hour
Okay.
difference.
Okay,
Excellent.
cool. That's perfect.
Yeah, because we are here. You're always welcome to hop on we're always here on Saturdays doing this. And sometimes we have lots of people showing up and hopping in here. Sometimes we have very few. This was actually for me perfect that I could have a chance to get to know you like this and see where you're all coming from and what you're doing. So well, I should ask, what in the upcoming we're getting in end of summer, coming into fall,
Yeah.
what are your future plans? What are you working on?
Okay, so what I'm working on right now is to completing I mean, completing, I know it's the right word. Actually opening the company with the startup about this, like empowering artists and the coaches and have the value for the people. So this is like the biggest project so far, which I'm working for the last 4 years. And so we are, this year we are just finally, I have to say finally, because there was a, there was a way,
Mhm.
and we are doing this right now. It's just absolutely like unbelievable also. So this project is the main one. It's a worldwide project. And yeah, I just had a good conversation today also about that, how to do it. Although I don't know how to do it, but it's not about how, right?
Mhm.
Excuse me, sorry. And then so that would be number one. The second thing is that I've been accepted to the Warsaw Film School for acting. So this is like I really want to do it. At the same time, there's like a little bit fear, and I try to sabotage myself. It's just like this. No, no, you maybe not. You have to pay for this. Actually, it doesn't fit your schedule, like but it's actually something I really love. So
Awesome.
so that's something which just happened last week, and okay, and in the area, okay, in the area of my family, I'm getting very close to my mother and father, and which was never the case. I'll be very honest. Like we had a really kind of rough last 10 years, and I'm just being with them. My mom, seeing her, hugging her first. I never hugged my mom. They never hugged me, so I decided I never hug them. And right now I'm going, towards them,
That's
even though it's
awesome.
even though it's like
You gotta start somewhere.
it's like a zombie dance, but no, but it's yeah, it's great. And yeah, and I will declare also to so you all keep me accountable. So by the end of the year, I declaring I will be in the romantic relationship. And yeah, but in the serious romantic relationship, yeah, just to be sure.
Speak
This
it
is
into existence. It's out
exactly,
there. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, so those are, I would say, things. Yeah, and I'm basically almost daily in the self-development, in the leadership body. So this is like a daily thing for me, to support people, to coach, to empower, to create something for the countries also. So I'm like, there's a lot of like, you know, vibration there.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, and we actually are part of lots of different groups and organizations. The Happy Neighborhood Project is a networking group that we are in that, oh my gosh, actually, let me put that in the chat too here, the link to there, because we have oh, let me think here. Actually, it would be possibly a good timing for you. Here, first things first, let me pull up the screen. Happy Neighborhood Project is actually, it's not as big of a networking group as it used to be, but it's still something that we are very much a part of. And Kurt and I are part of the co-host team on Wednesdays. There's a business to business group, and we meet on Wednesdays at it's 1 o'clock my time, so that'd be like 8 p.m. your time, I believe. So I'm not sure if that's a good time for you or not, but you obviously would be very, very welcome to join
Sorry, could
us.
you could you could you repeat what time is it? And you said
It's one
Wednesdays?
o'clock, yeah, Wednesdays, and it's 1 o'clock my time. It would be here. You know what? Let me
Eight.
share my
Yeah,
screen.
8. Yeah, I think 8. Yeah, 8 p.m. CT. Yeah. Mhm.
So we are,
And is it the same link by any chance?
it would be actually a different link for that one.
Okay.
So if you go to events and and you scroll through the events page here, there's different events all week long. And this H&P B2B is the one that we do. So we'll always be on that one. And the link is right there. It says go to meeting. You can just click right on it and it takes you to the event, and it's through a website. So it's not on Zoom. It's
Yeah.
actually called gobrunch.com. Go brunch and then / HNP B2B, but you can just click on that go to meeting as well, and that'll take you right there.
Okay. Okay. I'll put it in my schedule, and yeah, that's
And there's all these other possibilities throughout the
Oh,
week as
wow.
well. And it's a great group. Over the course of, gosh, the last, I'm trying to think when we first started going. I want to say it was maybe 5 years ago. Through LinkedIn, I know Kurt had, he's grown his contacts a lot more than I have, actually. I think he went from somewhere around maybe 5,000 contacts on LinkedIn to he's got like 10,000 and or
Hmm.
more at this point, which makes me think I should actually share that as well. So we can, do you have a LinkedIn profile?
Yeah, I have,
Yeah, we
I
should
will just
connect
share.
on there.
Yeah, I will
Pop
just
mine in.
share, I will share this now. And yeah. Now,
So we can stay connected that way.
yeah, I'm just watching because probably I will have to leave this place soon.
Gotcha. All good.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I just,
Appreciate having the time here today. This has been a wonderful conversation. I really appreciate you and all you shared here. This has been a lot of fun.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening to me. You know, it just was really, I felt safe and I felt really, um, like you went into the deepness, into like the, you know, the treasures.
Oh,
Yeah, you have this, you have
I
this
felt
talent,
like
yeah.
this was such a great chance. I feel like I've known you forever at this point. It's
Yeah,
it's lovely. So
and
I appreciate it very much.
thank you. And I acknowledge you for seeing and bringing the greatness from people because I totally see that. Yeah,
Oh,
totally. You just touched the greatness. So thank you.
that's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful day this has been. I wasn't sure what I was going to, honestly, I was afraid I was going to be on here all alone today. So this has been
Oh,
such a treat. So yeah, so beautiful. I hope you come back again. I hope to see you a lot in the future. And
I will.
and we'll see what we can do because as you said, with what you're doing with building leaders and all the things you're doing, I can see a lot of
Yes,
crossover with what Kurt and I are already
absolutely.
doing. So
Absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. Let's create something huge, okay? Huge.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I
let's
love
do
it.
it. Really, yeah. Okay, so
Excellent. Well, and before I'm done here, I'm clicking on the link you just shared so that we
yeah,
can stay connected on here. And
um, I can send you my maybe a WhatsApp number.
perfect.
Okay. So
There we
I
go.
cannot use plus because I have this keyboard, it's not fully working. So it's a 00, it's like a plus, yeah. So,
Awesome. All right. And I will make sure that we are, yeah, I've saved the chat so that we for sure can,
yeah,
can remain
I,
connected here.
yes. Oh, you, do I have your LinkedIn or you,
I think I did put that, did I put it on there?
oh, yes,
Yes.
I can see, yeah. I got it. Oh my
Awesome.
God, such a journey, yeah.
You weren't expecting all this today, were you?
Oh, not at all. I felt like celebrity slash being born again 1,000 times.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's wonderful that what I sense you like pull up the like greatness through like hard space, you know, just you really I can see that you make sure that the people they discover something which is really valuable, not
that's
just
my hope.
right. Yeah.
Yes.
No, you do, I guarantee.
Awesome. Oh,
Okay,
beautiful. And I know you said you've got to get going, so
I
stay as
have to
long
go.
as
I
you,
have a
but
train in like 40 minutes. I have to go to another city, so I better go.
very good. All right. Well, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for all you've shared with us here. This has been, like I said, it's been a treat. I really have enjoyed this, and I hope you know how much we appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you for all from all my heart. I think you frozen Sue. So it's so lovely.
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
I just
no,
froze for a moment.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, no, it looks so lovely. I was
Very
like,
nice to meet you.
Oh,
yeah,
yay,
so nice
Marianne's
to
still
meet you,
here.
Marianne. So nice to
Sorry,
meet you.
didn't have a lot of focus, but the excitement, we just got the
No
keyboards
worries. We'll
delivered.
meet
Darlene's
again.
here.
We'll meet again. Thank you
Yeah,
for
aloha,
sharing.
oi, until we meet again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sent a Zoom thing to Leon and I got a new thing too. We got to test out here soon. So they just dropped it off. Just give me some time. I know you may got somebody else. If not, you want to share the video. I
I
contacted
have to
Leon.
go, okay? So I
Yep,
will
take
be
care.
Adios.
okay,
Thank you, Lucas.
Marianne. Adios. Thank you.
Beautiful. Have a great night.
Thank you. Sending love.
Thank you. Oh, such a unique day here today. That I can't say enough good things about how much he was able to share with the stories and sharing his heart and all the things that he's got going on. Wow, what a treat. So, Marianne, you said you've got the keyboards were dropped off, and it sounds like you've got a lot of good things happening where you are right now too. So I'm excited to hear more. I'm gonna go ahead and we've got some fun things that are happening around here. Let me give me just a moment here while I pull up my screen. Something fun to share with this being World of Ability. Guess what, everyone? If you ever had any idea of having a chance to have World of Ability logo gear, I don't have any yet myself, but it is now available. Check this out. We have abilitynetwork.inspire.world. There's that. If you go to that link, you can see the address in the bar up on top there. But check this out. There's World of Ability logos on merchandise now. So if you and in the process, if you see something that you would enjoy, that you would like to promote World of Ability podcast, for example, check out, you could get a baseball cap with our logo. And with that, actually, let me move this over so I can see a little better. With that, when you look at whatever the cost is of the items on here, this is what Inspire.world does. They will do this for any worthy organization. When you purchase something with your logo like this, anyone anywhere can buy this, and part of the proceeds go back to the organization itself. So like with Marianne, with Acts of Kindness series, with what you're doing, you're able to set something like this up as well, where they will put your logo on items, and part of it shows right on here what goes back to the organization from any purchases that are made. And it's not just logoed merchandise. They actually have a huge list of things that you can purchase, and whatever it may be, it would actually take part of the purchase price and what here, you know what? I am just randomly going to, here, we've got a dog. I'm gonna go to animal supplies. Let's check that out. Say you need a dog harness for your dog. Actually, we own one that's very similar to this one. And if this is something you were planning to buy anyway, if you need a harness for your dog, for example, a piece of that purchase goes back to support the organization that you're purchasing this through. So if you have a church group, a sports club for your kids, whatever it may be, this is something that you potentially could do as well for your group. So I'm going to go back and just click on inspire.world here. There's a way to go. I don't have the link in front of me right now. Let me pull up another screen. If I just go to inspire.world, that's where you can see all sorts of information about this organization, and they are loading more and more things onto their website literally as we speak to help promote what's going on, to put more products on here. There's even a travel option on here as well. There's so much. I'm not going to get into the granular pieces of it all. I will just say, if you have an organization that needs funds raised, and oh my gosh, like all the things that we touch, I know is looking for fundraising options. This is an option that is very, very simple. And look, and up in the corner on the right here, it says get started. All you do is click on that, fill out the information on here, upload your organization's logo. What are the funds for? You just, all you do is fill out this short form, and you can go ahead and get started doing the exact same thing that that we have done, where we now have the ability to we put our logo on here and check it out. It's here, and now it's on the merchandise. And again, if by purchasing anything through this website, you're supporting World of Ability and what we all do. I know that Project Die Hard has done the exact same thing. Check this out. Project Die Hard. Their website is projectdiehard.org, but they also have Project Die Hard .inspire.world. And you can support Project Die Hard in the same fashion where, look, their logo is on the merchandise. And again, same deal where money goes back to the organization when you purchase from their website. So it's a very worthwhile, very simple thing to do. And I want to make sure people know about it. And when you go and sign up your organization, be sure to let them know that we sent you there. It does put there's a spot right on there where you can say, where have you heard about us? Just let them know that we sent you, and they'll take good care of you. Speaking of the folks from Inspire World, they have an amazing event going on that we are going in person. So in just let's see, maybe it's 4 weeks from now, on September 13th, there's an in-person event taking place in Grayslake, Illinois. I will be back with more information as far as exact location and exact times, because I don't have all that at my fingertips right now, but Beat Bob. Bob Holmes, the one-man volleyball team, will be performing and inspiring everyone at events that weekend. I know he has an event both on Saturday and on Sunday, but we will be there in person. Kurt and I, we will be there on Saturday, September 13th at, I was told it's at the community college in Grayslake, Illinois. And Beat Bob. We'll get to see him in person. Mark Balin's flying in for this event as well. Dan Barrett from Inspire World is organizing all of this and putting on the event. The community will be there. It's going to be unbelievable. I can hardly wait. It's going to be so much fun. So come on out if you are anywhere in the area of Northern Illinois, kind of the Chicago area. Come on out and join us that day. And I can get you the details. Just reach out to me. Feel free to email me, susan@projectdiehard.org. Or you can also email me at abilityradio@gmail.com. So both emails go directly to me, and I will answer any questions you have, get you any details you're looking for. Marianne, would you like me to play any other videos here today? I can go ahead and pull one of those up if you would like.
Well, thank you so much, Sue. I just got the keyboard delivered from the Castaway Kids. They're a thrift store here in San Carlos. I volunteered when I first came here. People in the community donate clothing, fishing gear, because there's a lot of cruisers, sailors down here. People come down for the winter and they donate.
What if you could-
Sorry.
And oh, no problem. And anyway, so we go shop there. It's our high.
It sounds fun.
It is. And we're talking about recycling. We still are recycling with clothes. And I bought the keyboard. So all the money goes to the children's music department, which is upstairs in this building. And then I walked down to the Riscotti thrift store down the road, which is behind the EMT clinic, and the retired nurses from America volunteer there, and another thrift store. So, buying some new things, and it feels good because it's just recycling and giving back, and that money from the EMTs goes to the Riscotti EMT salaries. Okay, your husband was a EMT. So it feels good to go get a new wardrobe. And gosh, I got some great stuff. I got a new picture. I got a new new dress, and I bought a salt rock. It was 500 pesos, $25, but I know that it works. And so it's just sharing with the community and recycling different things and picking up stuff. And the proceeds again goes to a music department and the EMT salaries. This is my new flyer. What do you think? So
Looks
for us to get
great.
on nonprofit TV and on the Mark TV, so it's the books with Leon and I don't know if he'll be joining us. He did arrive in Las Vegas. We partner with Clean Water Foundation. We're getting the books out there too. And so Donors Choose is another organization where teachers, classroom teachers in the United States of America can post products for their classroom. A lot of teachers pay out of pocket for their own supplies, and this is where community people can come in and request products for the books. Now, Sue, I had a teacher in Hawaii that introduced me to it, and she requested 50 books, and in 2 weeks she was funded, and they shipped out 50 books to the charter school there, and that was through Amazon. And the children read the book about ocean cleanup, especially of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, because we are living on an island. It's one of them out of many gyres are floating around the Hawaiian Islands. And now we have dedicated that book to Boyden Slat from the Ocean Cleanup, who has done amazing work since I would say way back when. My book was written in 2016. And so we're showing what we're all doing worldwide in the community. So we highlight Boynton Slat and dedicate it to him. I know his mission too was in the next year to clean up 100 rivers. Wow. So
Wow.
anybody wants to take a look at the ocean cleanup, pretty impressive with these, these machines, I would say floating trailers. They're called booms that kind of collect the garbage, filter it, all this process. And so if everybody does their part, look what we're doing. We're cleaning up the world. We're doing our part with peace, love, happiness, and thanks. And nonprofit TV is now promoting the books. And I'm so excited. What a birthday wish, dream come true, to get these books out into the world. So talking about making an impact. So we're going to be impacting millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. These books are sign language characters where no one has done anything with animation and sign language characters in movies. We have Lucy's amazing music, and I just read an article that the whales are starting to singing because what's happening around the world. No, they're stopping. They're
Oh, they're
meditating
stopping?
because of yes. And that's the way that they communicate through for sonar, for migration, through finding food. And it's because the world is such in a shift right now energetically. We're seeing a lot of natural disasters that are happening. And anyways, you can read about it. Just an article just popped up. But we are the good news, and we are sharing Water Flow the Whale with Clean Water Foundation because we're bringing water units worldwide. And I don't know if Leon will be joining us because he's in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays with Vegas. And he's with my friend from the Unity Church of Hawaii, who's a pranic healer. So I know they're working on fundraisers and we're having fun. I just got the keyboards. And Sue, guess what? I was there buying it and I'm talking to them. And then all of a sudden the song Good Vibrations came on by the Beach Boys. I go, that's
Perfect.
the first song that I am going to learn how to play. Good vibrations. Anyway,
Awesome.
so we're just talking, shifting the energy, okay, from not fear and worry. That's a lot of energy that drains us. That's a lot of energy that drains our muscles. If we shift it for happiness and joy, yes, we have circumstances where things don't work out perfectly with us and ATMs or anything like that. We get stressed out about finances, but we just got to turn some of that stuff around. And I love really listening to Natan on Facebook. His shift of words really is amazing. And so if we can do that too, I want to say ripple it, multiply the acts of kindness, using those types of words, being peaceful, happiness, and thanks. People are going to start recognizing us. They already know it because we're the world of ability. But there's a lot of chaos going around the world, and we don't want to see that. And now we know it's affecting our marine life. And So again, if we raise our vibrations, good vibrations, and solfeggio frequency, you attract what you want. And the rust and disease and all that can't coexist with it. So I'm just sharing the good light with you and learning some different things too, especially with Natan. Everyday, daily affirmations. There's a difference between happiness and joy. I didn't really know that. And yeah, I'm joyful. So I want to say that I'm joyful. We're grateful that we're here, that we're where we live right now, where, we're fortunate and, we're trying to do what we can do to make sure that there's clean water worldwide as well. And prayers for the families who've gone through some of these natural disasters and everything. And anyway, so I just want to end this on a positive note here. I had a very busy morning. I'm so excited to get the keyboards. Good vibrations. And this is a new flyer here. So we'll have another one. I don't know what it will look like on the Mark TV, but that's what I've been working on, and also sharing with Anthony Nonprofit TV, our other colleagues from Happy Neighborhood Projects, such as Nick Davis, Denise Vargas, Molly Walsh. They all have good stories to share on nonprofit TV. And we can't thank you and your husband enough, and Jay Stoyan from the Disability to, make these all happen for other. And just, if it lights up somebody, if one person gets an idea or gets motivated or shifts their energy, how cool is that? So go out and play is our tagline. And I'm Aloha. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. Thank you so much for all your work and service, Sue.
Awesome. And let me go ahead and pull up that video. We will get that on here. I've got the Underwater Acts of Kindness promo video. So let's see, give me just a moment to click it in and we'll play that next.
What if you could help save the ocean just by listening to a story? Set sail with Underwater Acts of Kindness. Join Noah, the hard-of-hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of DAW General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boy and Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
God,
Excellent.
I love that song, Sue. And it just reminds me of walking on the waterline in Hawaii and the yacht club. And wow, what a dream come true. And, meeting people too, the impact was, I used to work with the deaf back in Michigan. I didn't for a while. I met Mr. Scott, and you know what? I had a blast over there in Hawaii for 10 years with him. So, and what an impact. And, he now is a veterinary assistant in San Diego searching for work. But yes, we took Reiki classes together. I learned so much more from him. And look at these beautiful videos that we together worked on. Our team was with Suzanne Sims, our creative writer at Unity Church of Hawaii. Her first husband was the late Colonel James Shannon, who was influential in the movie Men Who Stare at Goats. And so we featured a general of the New Earth Army because we have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So we're bringing this all together. And so what tears of joy from that thought to action, and like, really, how's this going to happen? Really, universe, you're telling me I'm writing a series of children's sign language books with puppets? Really, me? And here you go.
Yes, you.
And yes, we're leaving and we're leaving a legacy now. We're leaving a legacy, not only for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change. I'm on the World of Ability, and we got great people and partners here to make that happen to benefit the world. So again, I can't thank you so much, Sue. Enjoy your summer. I know I'll see you next Wednesday and Saturday. We just got the keyboards. We're cleaning it up. And good vibrations. Beach Boys, talk to you later. Gotta go. Gotta
Awesome.
go out and play.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Marianne. What a great group we have here every week for World of Ability. I know there's a question that we'll catch that offline here in just 1 second. So Marianne, if you can hang on for a moment, I'm going to go ahead and end this YouTube. Thank you so much, everybody who joins us here for World of Ability podcast. We are here every Saturday from 1